Hi everyone, my name is Adi. I'm from Holland and I've been learning Russian for the last 5 years. And today I want to answer a good question that a lot of people have been asking is kind of how do I track my progress with learning a language? So this doesn't just for Russian, this is valid for every single language, everything. And the main problem with tracking your progress when learning a language is that there's so many different components that you need to take care of that you need to integrate. So it's not like it's not with lifting weights where you're just lifting weights and if you can do a bench press of 60 kilos one week and next week you can do 62 and a half, you got progress. Whereas with Russian or with learning a language, it's not like that because you need to focus very much on some days you're just not in a speaking mode and it's just difficult to get the words to flow. If you had a bad night of sleep, same thing, it's going to be more difficult to speak. And from my own personal experience, I never tracked my progress, and I'm very, find it pretty shameful that I didn't do it. Or no, I'm just a little sad that I didn't do it because it would be cool to look back. Because what I did, in a way, I did it because I just traveled to Russia, let's say twice per year for the last 5 years. One time in winter, one time in summer, or something similar. And then I just noticed every single time that I went there, then my Russian got a little bit better. But sometimes if I would be speaking here in Holland, if I would be speaking Russian with someone, then it's very difficult to see it from a week to a month basis. And sometimes I think, whoa, I really didn't learn anything for the last couple of months. But then you look back, then you move to Russian, suddenly it's like, boom, next level. It's just something that's so difficult to track on you cannot just put numbers on it. It's very much, it's a complicated thing to speak a language. And yeah, it's difficult to track your progress, though. That's just the main problem with it. And the reason why it's cool to track your progress is because, like I said, you're going to get it to specific plateaus, and you're going to see like, uh, I've been doing this for a couple of months and I don't see any progress. What's going on? Like in the beginning, you'll see a lot of progress, but once you're at, more like the high beginner, intermediate level, they're just gonna put in, work for a couple of months. And if you don't really practice speaking or have any way to track how you're speaking, you're really going to think like, oh, I'm not progressing. And the easiest way to track your progress is just to record yourself once in a while. And the great thing about this is, that you can look back in a couple of years and think, oh wow, I was speaking like that back then. Just take your phone, record yourself, speak for a couple of minutes. And if you just do this once every couple of weeks, maybe make it so, or once a week, maybe on a Sunday night, you just have a conversation, you just say it in one space on your phone, and then you can look back in months and hear how you were speaking. And I've been doing something similar for the last year, but with my Russian YouTube videos. And the same thing, I didn't really thought I was improving that much because I wasn't listening to podcasts anymore. I wasn't practicing. I was practicing basically only while making videos and watching some Russian series and movies. But still, when I look back from a year ago, how I was speaking Russian there in the videos and how I'm speaking in Russian in the videos now, like there's a world of difference. Just that, and otherwise I wouldn't have had this stimulus of knowing that I was improving. So I think that's just a very good reason why you should just, if there's one thing you take away from this video, just record yourself once in a while on your phone. Literally takes 2 minutes. Like you take your phone, press voice recorder, start speaking, give it a name like date plus language practice. And then you can just look back, and in a month, for example, if you've been putting a lot of time, you'll notice your progress. But the best thing is looking back in a year and seeing like, wow, I made so much progress, and this progress that you can just like hear one voice recording, hear the other one, like wow, this went really well, will motivate you to go even further. So that's this, how to track progress when learning a language. Just record yourself. Bye.